want to take me to Funkytown. I'm turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so.
Ever wonder what happened to the artists behind those unforgettable one-hit wonders from 1980? From Ali Thomson's Take a Little Rhythm to Visage's Fade to Gray, these are 15 forgotten one-hit wonders from 1980 that had their time to shine, then vanished. Lips Incorporated, Funkytown.
I want to take me to Funkytown.
Lips Incorporated's Funkytown is a disco-pop anthem released in March 1980, created by Steven Greenberg and sung by Cynthia Johnson. The song channels the energy of late 70s dance floors, driven by robotic synths and funky bass lines. Greenberg wrote it as a tribute to his desire to leave Minneapolis for somewhere more vibrant, his personal Funkytown. It hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and Top charts in over 25 countries. The song's polished production and futuristic sound made it a defining hit of the disco era, but it was also Lips Incorporated's only major success. Our next hit brought big energy, wild lyrics, and one of the most debated song titles of the decade. The Vapors, Turning Japanese. The Vapors Turning Japanese is a high-energy new wave track released in February 1980. Written by David Fenton, the song mixes punk attitude with emotional angst, capturing teenage obsession through its racing tempo and staccato riff. Despite controversy over its meaning, the band insisted it was about heartbreak and identity. It hit #3 in the UK and cracked the US Billboard Hot 100. Its unusual title and catchy hook made it unforgettable, but the Vapors would never chart again, leaving this as their defining moment. From teenage obsession to the future of music, this next one-hit wonder predicted the end of an entire era. The Buggles, Video Killed the Radio Star. The Buggles' Video Killed the Radio Star is a synth-pop anthem released in the U.S. in early 1980. Written by Trevor Horn, Jeff Downs, and Bruce Woolley, the song explores how new technology like television and video changed the music industry forever. With its retro-futuristic vibe and robotic vocals, it hit #1 in 16 countries and peaked at #40 on the Billboard Hot 100. In August 1981, it made history as the first music video ever aired on MTV.
The jingles used to go.
The Buggles never returned to the U.S. charts, making this prophetic anthem their one and only American hit. Our next artist didn't shout or dazzle, but with one smooth chorus, he carved out a quiet spot in one-hit wonder history. Ali Thomson, Take a Little Rhythm.
You got to take a little rhythm.
Ali Thomson's Take a Little Rhythm is a smooth, soft rock track released in 1980. Written and performed by Scottish singer Ali Thomson, the song blends breezy vocals, gentle guitar, and a catchy chorus that urges listeners to find their groove. It tells the story of rolling with life's ups and downs, using music as comfort. The single climbed to #15 on the Billboard Hot 100 and #4 on the Adult Contemporary chart, becoming his only major hit in the U.S.
Take a little of that sweet, sweet music.
Despite strong radio play, Thomson never charted again, making this his one soft rock moment in the spotlight. Steve Forbert, Romeo's Tune.
Meet me in the middle of the day, let me hear you say everything's okay.
Steve Forbert's Romeo's Tune is a heartfelt pop ballad released in January 1980. Written by Forbert himself, it carries a warm melody and nostalgic piano rhythm, telling the story of longing and romantic escape. The song peaked at #11 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became Forbert's only top 40 hit, despite critical acclaim for his songwriting.
Come on out beneath the shining sun.
Though the song suggested a long career ahead, Romeo's Tune ended up being Forbert's only brush with mainstream pop success. That soft ballad hit the charts with grace, but what happens when rock meets surrealism? Keep watching, we're heading straight into something stranger. Martha and the Muffins, Echo Beach.
The only thing that helps me pass the time away.
Martha and the Muffins' Echo Beach is a wistful new wave track released in February 1980. Written by guitarist Mark Gain, the song tells of a daydreaming office worker longing to escape to a peaceful seaside retreat. With shimmering guitars and a floating melody, it reached number 10 on the UK singles chart and gained cult status in Canada and Europe. The band stayed active, but Echo Beach remained their defining hit, an escape fantasy locked in time. What's next? A song that had everybody singing along, even if they didn't know what it meant. Rocky Burnette, Tired of Toein' the Line. Rocky Burnette's Tired of Toein' the Line is a rockabilly pop anthem released in May 1980. Written by Burnette and Ron Coleman, it blends retro 50s flair with a modern power pop sound. The song is a light-hearted breakup anthem, reaching number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topping charts in Australia. As the son of rock pioneer Johnny Burnette, Rocky brought classic rock spirit into the new decade. Despite its success, Burnette never returned to the charts, leaving this toe tapper as his only hit. Rocky tried to revive the rockabilly spirit, but that line stopped there. Now let's turn to a track that made people dance with one word and one groove. Tom Browne, Funkin' for Jamaica. Tom Browne's Funkin' for Jamaica is a jazz-funk groove released in August 1980 with vocals by Tony Smith. The track is a tribute to Browne's hometown of Jamaica, Queens, blending funky bass lines, jazzy trumpet, and soul-infused vocals. It hit number 1 on the US R&B chart and reached number 9 in the UK. The song became a dance floor staple and was heavily sampled in future R&B and hip-hop tracks. Browne kept performing in jazz circles, but this funky gem was his one crossover to mainstream fame. Up next, a groove hit band that got their moment with one word: whip. Devo, Whip It. Devo's Whip It is a zany new wave track released in August 1980. Written by Mark Mothersbaugh and Gerald Casale, the song combines absurdist lyrics, jerky rhythms, and synth-heavy production. Its message, overcoming adversity with a whip. The track peaked at number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100, driven in part by its strange but unforgettable music video featuring red energy dome hats and cowboy whips.
I say whip it.
They stayed popular in niche scenes, but Whip It was their only major hit on the US charts. Devo gave us a weird and wonderful anthem, but what happens when a simple love song becomes a global smash, then fades away? Charlie Dore, Pilot of the Airwaves.
Pilot of the airwaves, here is my request.
Charlie Dore's Pilot of the Airwaves is a soft folk pop track released in early 1980. Written by Dore herself, the song tells the story of a lonely woman forming a deep connection with a late-night radio DJ. Its warm melody and emotional sincerity resonated with listeners, pushing it to number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100. Though she found success writing for other artists, this was her only major solo hit. The quiet intimacy of Pilot of the Airwaves gave Dore her moment, one that never quite repeated. A song for the night owls, but what comes next is pure rhythm. Up next, a funk pop jam that made people move in 1980, then disappeared just as fast. Pure Prairie League, Let Me Love You Tonight. Pure Prairie League's Let Me Love You Tonight is a smooth country pop crossover released in May 1980. Featuring vocals by a young Vince Gill, the song blends soft harmonies with a romantic melody. It topped the adult contemporary chart and reached number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming the band's biggest commercial success. Though Pure Prairie League had a long career, this was their only top 10 pop hit. Vince Gill would go on to fame in country music, but Let Me Love You Tonight remains a rare gem of his early days. That was smooth and soulful, but are you ready for something darker? Coming up, a haunting synth track that captured a mood and then vanished into the shadows. Visage, Fade to Gray. Visage's Fade to Gray is a haunting synth-pop track released in late 1980. Co-written by Midge Ure and Billy Currie, it pairs cold electronic production with French and English lyrics to capture feelings of loneliness and detachment. It hit number 8 on the UK singles chart and found chart success across Europe. Though Visage helped shape the new romantic movement, they never repeated this hit.
Sens la pluie comme un été anglais, entends les notes d'une chanson lointaine.
Fade to Grey remains a stylish time capsule of the early 80s, eerie, elegant, and unforgettable. Cruise control on, we're heading into soft rock territory with a summer night anthem that many may have forgotten. Robbie Dupree, Hot Rod Hearts. Robbie Dupree's Hot Rod Hearts is a breezy, soft rock tune released in 1980. Written by Dupree and Bill LaBounty, the song captures the carefree vibe of cruising with the windows down on a summer night. Following his earlier hit, Steal Away, this track reached number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100, but didn't have the same staying power. Dupree never returned to the top 40, though he remained active on the touring circuit. Hot Rod Hearts was his last brush with mainstream success, a smooth ride that faded with the decade. From open highways to digital detachment, this next one-hit wonder swapped guitars for synths and feelings for formulas. New Musik, Living by Numbers.
Living by numbers.
New Musik's Living by Numbers is a sleek synth-pop track released in 1980. Written by Tony Mansfield, the song blends sharp electronic rhythms with a reflective message about modern life being reduced to statistics and routines. With its catchy hook and polished production, it peaked at number 13 on the UK singles chart and gained cult popularity in parts of Europe and college radio in the US. Despite its success overseas, New Musik never charted again in the mainstream. Living by Numbers became their only hit, an icy, intelligent one-off that faded with the decade. Now for a British synth band's only brush with chart success, a mechanical anthem with a message buried in the math. Pop music. M's Pop Music is a quirky, genre-blending dance track released in the US in 1980. Created by British musician Robin Scott under the name M, the song mixes disco, new wave, and synth pop into a satirical celebration of commercial music. With its robotic hook and playful repetition, it felt like a broadcast from the future. Pop Music hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming one of the most unexpected chart toppers of the year. Despite its massive success, M never returned to the charts, making Pop Music a one-hit wonder icon of 1980. The year 1980 gave us some of the most unforgettable one-hit wonders, songs that lit up the charts and then vanished. Which one was your favorite? And did we leave out a gem you still remember? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.